Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy from Gear Grabber, and I've got something crazy to show you today. We're diving into the world of crypto mining rigs, but not just any rigs. We're talking about the ultimate money-making machines. Now, I know what you're thinking. Building a mining rig sounds complicated. But don't worry, I've got you covered. We're gonna break this down so simple, it'll be like following a recipe in your kitchen. So, are you ready to cook up some crypto? Let's get started. Alright, so here's the deal. Building a crypto mining rig is a lot like baking a cake. You've got your ingredients, your mixing process, and then you let it do its thing to create something awesome. In our case, instead of a delicious dessert, we're cooking up some sweet, sweet crypto. Now, just like how you need the right ingredients for a perfect cake, you need the right components for a killer mining rig. But here's where it gets interesting. You can't just throw everything together and hope for the best. Oh no, my friends. You need to follow the recipe carefully, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. We'll go through each step, from choosing our ingredients to putting it all together, and even how to make sure our crypto cake rises to perfection. So, what we're going to do now is take a look at our ingredients list. First up, we need some seriously beefy GPUs. These are like the flour of our crypto cake, the main ingredient that's going to do all the heavy lifting. Now, you might be tempted to go for the latest and greatest, but let me tell you, sometimes the mid-range cards can give you more bang for your buck. Next, we need a motherboard that can handle all these GPUs. Think of this as your mixing bowl. It needs to be big enough and sturdy enough to hold everything together. You'll want one with plenty of PCIe slots. Oh, and don't forget about the power supply. This is like your oven. It needs to provide enough juice to keep everything running smoothly. Alright, so we've got all our ingredients ready. Now it's time for the fun part, putting it all together. First things first, we need to set up our mining rig frame. This is like the cake pan that's going to hold everything in place. You can buy one, or if you're feeling crafty, you can even build one yourself. Just make sure it's sturdy and has good airflow. Now let's start mixing our ingredients. We'll mount the motherboard onto the frame. Remember, this is our mixing bowl. Then we'll start adding in our GPUs. This is where things can get a bit tricky. You want to make sure each GPU is securely connected to the motherboard and has enough space for airflow. It's like making sure each layer of your cake is evenly spread. Okay, our hardware cake is all mixed up and ready to go. But before we can start mining, we need to preheat our oven. In the crypto world, that means installing the right software. First up, we need an operating system. Now, you could go with Windows, but let me tell you, a lightweight Linux distro like Hive OS or Simple Mining OS can really boost your performance. Once we've got our OS installed, it's time to add the mining software. This is like the yeast that's going to make our crypto cake rise. There are a bunch of options out there, but some popular ones are Claymore's Dual Ethereum Miner or Phoenix Miner. Choose the one that works best for the cryptocurrency you want to mine. Now that our oven is preheated, it's time to fine-tune our recipe for the perfect crypto cake. We need to configure our mining setup for maximum efficiency. First things first, let's talk about overclocking. This is like turning up the heat in your oven to cook your cake faster. But be careful. Too much heat and you'll burn your cake, or in our case, fry your GPUs. Speaking of which, don't forget about power limits. Lowering the power limit is like reducing the temperature slightly to prevent burning. It can help your GPUs run cooler and more efficiently. And hey, while we're at it, let's set up some custom fan curves. Think of this as adjusting the airflow in your oven. Alright, our crypto cake is in the oven, but we're not done yet. Now it's time to add our secret sauce, joining a mining pool. You see, mining solo is like trying to bake a wedding cake all by yourself. Sure, if you get lucky, you might create a masterpiece and win a big reward, but more often than not, you'll be left with nothing but a messy kitchen and wasted ingredients. That's where mining pools come in. It's like joining a big baking competition where everyone works together and shares the prizes. You contribute your computing power to the pool, and in return, you get a steady stream of smaller rewards. Okay, folks, our crypto cake is in the oven, the timer is set, and now comes the hardest part, waiting and watching. But don't worry, we're not just going to sit around twiddling our thumbs. Nope, we're going to keep a close eye on our creation to make sure it's baking perfectly. In the crypto world, this means monitoring our mining rig's performance. We want to keep track of things like hash rate, temperature, and power consumption. It's like checking if your cake is rising properly and not burning. Now that we've got our crypto cake baking, let me share some pro tips to help you serve up success. First off, always keep your rig clean. Dust is like the arch nemesis of electronics, so give your rig a good dusting regularly. It's like keeping your kitchen clean. It just makes everything work better. Also, make sure you've got good ventilation. A cool rig is a happy rig, and it'll thank you with better performance and longevity. And finally, let's talk about the cherry on top, maximizing your mining profits. Keep an eye on the crypto market and be ready to switch up what you're mining if needed. It's like being ready to bake a different flavor of cake depending on what your customers want. And don't forget about power costs. Sometimes, mining during off-peak hours can save you a bunch on electricity. It's all about finding that perfect balance to make your crypto cake as profitable as possible. And there you have it, folks. You've just baked your very own crypto mining rig. From choosing the right ingredients to fine-tuning the recipe, you're now ready to serve up some serious crypto gains. Remember, building and maintaining a mining rig is an ongoing process. Keep experimenting, stay updated with the latest tech, and most importantly, have fun with it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more crypto cooking lessons. And hey, why not share this video with your friends who might want to join the crypto kitchen? Until next time, happy mining and may your crypto cakes always rise.